The disappearance of Maura Murray. On a freezing night in February 2004, a college student named Maura Murray crashed her car on a quiet rural road in New Hampshire. Minutes later, a local bus driver stopped to help. She refused assistance, saying she'd already called roadside services. But she hadn't. By the time police arrived, just 7 to 10 minutes later, Maura Murray had vanished into the winter darkness. She has never been found. The days before, at the time, Maura was a 21-year-old nursing student at the University of Massachusetts. In the days leading up to her disappearance, as she searched online for directions to Vermont and New Hampshire, emailed professors claiming a family emergency, packed clothes and withdrew cash, bought alcohol before leaving campus. Her destination remains unknown. It appeared she was taking a sudden trip, but why was never clear. The crash. On February 9, 2004, Maura's Saturn slid off the road along Route 112 in Haverhill, a remote, wooded area with little traffic. A nearby resident heard the crash and called police. Shortly after, a passing school bus driver stopped to check on her. He later reported, Maura seemed shaken but not seriously injured. She declined help. She insisted she had already called roadside assistance. He left, promising to alert authorities. When police arrived minutes later, the scene was eerie. The empty road. At the crash site, investigators found the car locked, red liquid wine spilled inside, personal belongings still in the vehicle, and no footprints leading far from the road, and no sign of Maura. The temperature was below freezing. Snowbanks lined the road. Disappearing on foot without leaving tracks seemed difficult, yet she was gone. Search dogs later tracked her scent briefly along the road before it abruptly stopped. The search. An extensive search followed. Helicopters with thermal imaging. Ground teams combing woods. Tracking dogs. Later private investigations. Despite the effort, no confirmed trace of Maura Murray has ever been found. The theories. Lost in the woods. One theory suggests Maura panicked after the crash and fled into the forest, possibly injured or intoxicated, succumbing to exposure. But searches found no remains. Snow should have shown a trail. Dogs indicated scent ending on the road, picked up by a passing driver. Some believe Maura accepted a ride from a stranger voluntarily or under threat. This could explain a lack of footprints, sudden disappearance, scent ending on the road, yet no confirmed witness has ever come forward. Planned disappearance. A fringe theory suggests Maura intended to vanish and start a new life. However, she left behind money and belongings, and no confirmed sightings occurred, and no activity on bank accounts or identity. Foul play. Others believe someone encountered Maura after the crash, leading to abduction or harm. The narrow timeline, only minutes before police arrived, makes this both plausible and baffling. Why the mystery endures. The Maura Murray case feels haunting because everything happened in such a small window of time. A crash, a brief conversation, a silent road, then nothing. No footprints, no confirmed sightings, no physical evidence explaining where she went. Just a quiet rural stretch of highway where a young woman stepped out of her car and seemed to vanish into thin air. More than 20 years later, the snow has long melted, but the question remains frozen in time. What happened to Maura Murray in those missing minutes on Route 112?